Welcome, folks. Welcome to my corner of YouTube. This is my channel, Divine Hippie 2222. And today I'm doing my something different oracle card reading. So, all right, folks, I'm using a different deck. The link is going to be below in the description box. So let's get started. Let's see what's going on. We have South Shield, Innocence, Inner Child. We have Vision Quest, Seeking, Finding. We have Whirling Rainbow, Unity, Wholeness Achieved. And we have Cradle Board, Ability to Respond. And then we have Sacred Space, Respect. Okay, so let me grab the book. Okay, it's literally a book. So I'm not going to read the entire description of each card. South Shield. Innocence, Inner Child. Red Earth, South Shield. Child filled with wonder. Teach me to yield. Laughter is your giveaway, in innocence and joy, tricking me into the place of little girls and boys. The South Shield is the shield of the child within, our inner child, as well as the place where physical life begins. Red, the color of faith, is the color of the South on the medicine wheel, or sacred hoop. From south to north, the good red road of our earth walk, leads us to the experiences that give us understanding of living in harmony. In the Western tribes, the coyote or mouse sits in the south, and in the Eastern tribes, the porcupine is the creature, beings that hold the energy of the child. Creature beings, it's hyphenated, sorry. The porcupine is the creature beings that hold the energy of the child. Child filled with wonder, teach me to yield. Laughter is your giveaway, in innocence and joy, tricking me into the place of little girls and boys. The child of the South Shield knows, hold on, let me go up one more sentence. Great mystery created all people in their own sacred spaces, with their own gifts, talents, and abilities. The child of the South Shield knows this and is more than willing to allow others to share in the co-creation, using all talents to better the whole. So what I'm getting so far, we're all given different abilities, and our abilities are best used for the greater good. Three. Vision Quest. seeking, finding. High upon sacred mountain, with unrestricted view, the clarity of vision comes to us anew. Direction with purpose, great mystery will bring, strong medicine allies to grace our medicine dreams. The Vision Quest is one of the oldest tools used by tribal people to seek direction for life. Under the guidance of a medicine person, the seeker is sent to a remote location to fast and pray for 3 to 4 days. The result of this activity, which is called Going on the Hill by the Sioux, is a fuller understanding of our place or pathway in the world. So seeking and finding clarity in our path, in our direction. Because we understand that our abilities aid the whole in the greater good. That's what I'm getting so far. Okay, whirling rainbow. Unity, wholeness achieved. Whirling rainbow, giver of life, through your cleansing rains, uniting all colors, the children of earth will walk in peace again. Whirling rainbow prophecy, your warriors now arise. Sisters and brothers in harmony, your light in their eyes. Whirling rainbow, touch our hearts. We will surely fly. Never lonely or apart, our whirling colors in the sky. To the Navajo and the Hopi, the swirling or whirling rainbow woman is the bringer of friendly rains that nurture the 3 sisters, corn, squash, and beans, during the summer so that the people will be fed. Many times, an image of the whirling rainbow is created in sand painting, an ancient sacred healing art performed by the medicine clan of those nations. The whirling rainbow woman comes from all 4 directions and curves like a swastika covering all directions. The outside of the sacred circle is protected by another whirling rainbow woman, bending her body in the space below, creating a cup shape to catch the rain and protect the circle. Without the rain, the 3 sisters will die and the people will not be fed. The whirling rainbow is the promise of peace among all nations and all people. The rainbow race stresses equality and opposes the idea of a superior race that would control or conquer other races. The rainbow race brings peace through the understanding that all races are one. We're all connected, folks. We're all connected through the universe, through the universe. So we all have abilities and talents. And our abilities and talents may be similar as well as different. And when we use them together, that benefits the whole. Seeking and finding clarity, looking for your purpose, your path, your direction with your abilities. And we will achieve wholeness through this process. We will be fed. outside of the sacred circle is protected by another whirling rainbow woman bending her body in the space below, creating a cup shape to catch the rain and protect the circle. Cup shape, cup, emotions. To protect the circle. Without the rain, without emotions, without tears. This is the promise of peace among all nations and all people. This is the very first time I've used this deck, folks, so I lie. I don't lie. I misspoke. This is the second time. I tried to do a reading with this prior to this video, and that video was interrupted, so I had to redo it. But this is the second time I have touched these cards, looked at this book, so I'm still working on it connecting, if that makes sense. We all have unique abilities and talents, and we're all on a path to find our path while aiding and assisting the collective. That doesn't sound right. The universe. We're all connected. So what we do for one other individual, we do for the whole of humanity. Seeking, finding. We are currently seeking. Maybe seeking out other abilities, other talents. Unity will be achieved internally as well as externally, because when we achieve that unity internally, that vibration emanates from us. We're transistors, so it emanates from us and it's picked up by our environments. It's received by our environments. So our emotions, our tears, I'm thinking cup, rain. Okay, let's move on to the next one and see where this goes. So card number 27. Cradle board, ability to respond. Cradle board of creation, protect this child from harm. Child of all tomorrows, sleep safely in my arms. Until the time you will wake, then you will be able to respond in kind to humanity. The cradle board is a carrier for infants that has been used in almost every tribal tradition in Native America. The cradle board frame is made of wood so that the body of the child can be supported. The inside is cushioned with sage leaves, then covered with rabbit fur. Diapers for the infant were originally made from rabbit fur and filled with mullein or sage leaves to absorb moisture. The outer covering of the cradle board is made of soft deer hide and is laced in front so that the child is secure and yet accessible for changing or feeding. The bonnet or hood shades the baby's eyes from strong light and protects the child from rain while traveling or breaking camp. Trying to drink more water. In every instance, the cradle board holds the responsibility of protecting the child's body from harm. If the cradle board should fall from the travois or carrier behind the pony, the child will not be harmed, since the sturdy wood frame and bonnet create a sort of armor. So we're all protected, folks. Absorb moisture. Cup, rain. Strong light. Okay, the bonnet or hood shades the baby's eyes from the strong light and protects the child from rain while traveling or breaking camp. Innocence, inner child, our inner child. Our inner child, our inner child is looking for unity. Not feeling protected. The perspective, the perception is a lack of protection. But that's the opposite of reality. Our inner child doesn't feel protected. Wholeness achieved. Seeking, finding. Unity maybe between our brain and our heart, our third eye chakra and our heart chakra. Okay, well, let's go on to 44. Sacred space. Great mystery, teach me to honor the laws of sacred space, the customs and traditions of every creed and race. Great mystery, teach me to develop the talents that I own and to behave with reverence in another's home. Great mystery, teach the child in me, inner child, to accept with grace the part of sacred mystery found in every space. The idea of sacred space has been one of the foundations of Native American philosophy throughout time. We see all life forms as having their own medicine wheel or life cycles. Each life form, from a stone person to a cloud person to a standing person, has a space that deserves respect. Every creature being has its own territory and respects the territory of other animals. Two-leggeds also have a personal space that, if respected, becomes sacred space. Your inner child. Perception of our inner child is there's a lack of protection. Okay. Let's renumber let's reorder them. And then that's basically, I put them in numerical order. Okay, 9 came out first, then 3, then 18, then 27, then 44. So what I'm doing is I'm just rearranging the first 2 cards because it was 9, 3. So I'm going to make it 3, 9. Seeking, finding, innocence, inner child. So your inner child is seeking this wholeness, feeling unprotected. And desiring respect. So how can we honor and acknowledge our inner child? We will find it. Seeking, finding. We will find it. Maybe we're not listening to our inner child at this moment. But we will achieve this unity internally with ourselves, with our inner child. Ability to respond. We are, it's most likely combining or switching from the head to the heart. Feeling like our perception is we're unprotected. Knowing and understanding, achieving this unity and this wholeness internally. And 44 is a master number, folks. Sacred space. When we respect ourselves, it's easier for us to respect others and their sacred space. So our inner children, our inner child is wanting, desiring this unity. And maybe we're looking for it externally when we really need to be going internally. X marks the spot. Unity comes from within ourselves. If we respect ourselves, then we respect others, and we're all connected. So by respecting ourselves, we in turn provide respect to others and their sacred space, their places, because we honor ours. Our inner child is seeking unity and wholeness, and the change is in our head, our adult mind, our adult brain, when we need to be thinking with our heart instead of our head. Using our heart. I know in the card you're seeing the figures back, but it looks like the colors are emanating from the front, but not from the head. They're emanating from the solar plexus or the heart chakra. That's what I'm taking. I mean, the solar plexus, the entire upper body. Seeking, finding innocence. Our inner child is seeking this. Wholeness and unity will be achieved by going in internally and changing our perspective, changing our thoughts from our adult head to our heart. That's how we will acknowledge, honor the fact that we are protected and we are respected. Because again, in respecting ourselves, if we're all connected, if we respect ourselves, then we respect each other. I like this deck, folks. This is my mom's deck. I've never used it before. It's been on the shelf this whole time. You guys can't see it. It's on the shelf above, but I like this deck. Huh? I may tell my mom I'm gonna swipe it. I'm just kidding. I'm not. Respect. Sacred space. I'm gonna buy my own. We are protected, folks. It's just changing our perspective. Moving out of our head space and into our heart space, where our inner child is. And that's where this unity and this wholeness will be achieved, is in our heart space. And that's how the sacred space and this respect can be shown, can be appreciated, can be honored, acknowledged in ourselves as well as in others. Boom. Oh my goodness. I love this deck. Three, 9, 18, 27, 44. Other than 44, they're all divisible by 3. 3, 9, 18, 27, and 44. It's the only one that's not divisible by 3. Our inner child. There is maybe a lack of acknowledgement of unity and wholeness internally because our inner child is seeking it. We will find it. I have every faith that we will. It's printed on the card. If we were not going to find it, then it would just be seeking, not seeking finding. So we will find this unity. We will honor this unity and this wholeness within us. And that is where the acknowledgement of the protection, of the oneness, and of the respect of the sacred space will occur. Wow. At first, I thought this figure may have been on their knees, but the bottom half of their body is not depicted. So maybe in praying, in meditating, hold your hands up, hold your arms out in a Y shape for the request, for the prayer. And another reason I say finding is because 2 cards later, unity and wholeness achieved. And with that, aids us in the ability to respond to our inner child. Understanding that we respect ourselves and that we also respect our inner child. That's deep. So there's a perception of lack of protection, but it's just a perception. It's switching from our head space into our heart space and connecting with our heart space. It was 33:22 on my video clock when I said that. 22, 33, 44. Sorry, squirrel. Maybe not. Respect will be achieved. We just have to listen to our inner child. We have to move into our heart space to become aware, to be present, to achieve this unity and wholeness internally. So how do we do that? For me, that could be meditating. I told you originally I thought this character, this figure was on their knees. It's just the folds in the fabric, but it looked like the clothing. Looked like the clothing, because of the colors, was bending. So therefore it looked like knees, right? So maybe during prayer. But not everyone's on the same path that I am. So your practices may be very different from mine. meditation, connecting with the earth, becoming grounded, sitting on the ground, literally, like the grass, the dirt, aside from concrete, aside from carpet, aside from flooring of any sorts. Getting grounded. Cup, rain, water of some sort is an element to this. So as we are sitting on the ground to achieve deeper grounding, take a cup of water with us. Maybe take multiple cups of water and place them in a circle around you. As you pray, as you meditate, as you center yourself into your heart space. And that will give us the ability to respond to our inner child and allow us to change the perspective that we are safe and sound, that we are protected, and that we are respected by ourselves as well as by our environments, our family, our friends. Connecting with our inner child, folks. I've given a few suggestions, but that doesn't mean that's the only way to achieve this connection, right? I'm just providing suggestions based on the images that I see. It said, whirling rainbow. Hold on, let me go back to it. 18. Many times, an image of the whirling rainbow is created in sand paintings, an ancient sacred healing art performed by the medicine clans of those nations. So as you are getting grounded, take your finger and attempt to draw a whirling rainbow in the ground, in the dirt, in the sand. That will aid our mind in the connection process of us with Mother Earth. Sacred healing art, healing our inner child. Covering all directions, north, east, south, and west. That's beautiful, folks. The rainbow race stresses equality and opposes the idea of a superior race that would control or conquer other races. The rainbow race brings peace through the understanding that all races are one, that maybe our chakras are out of balance. And this is how we will realign them. I don't take it as superior race I don't take this as an external perspective. I take this as an internal perspective. Superior race, our brain, our head, our third eye chakra. It's time to get out of our head space, folks, and into our heart space. Our inner child is hurting. And it wants some attention and some nurturing. Spending time with the earth will allow us, I believe, to switch from our head space into our heart space. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. Oh, I love this deck. It's beautiful. Our inner child wants to feel protected, wants to feel acknowledged, wants to feel loved and nurtured. So if we're able to, not everyone may be able to, if you're able to, fast for a few days during this process of grounding and meditation and prayer, putting your intent, putting your want of switching our thought process. It's beautiful, folks. Our inner child is trying to speak to us. And getting grounded, connecting with the earth. Maybe we don't have to draw this, just drawing whatever comes to mind. Our inner child, right? Drawing. But drawing in the sand, drawing in the dirt, sitting on the ground, putting our pockets on the ground. Sorry, I used to be a daycare teacher. In all fairness, I was a substitute teacher for daycare centers. So sitting with our pockets on the ground, if you're not able to kneel, the point is physically connecting with the ground, whether it's by our fingers, whether it's by our pockets. But that is how we will switch from our head space to our heart space, folks. Because our inner child is trying to speak to us. And we will achieve this balance. All right, folks. This is beautiful. All right. I'll see you next week. Bye.